let's go and code up the remainder of this little app. So the first thing we want to do is we want to create a method called get weather information, and we're going to call that right above our return statement for our view. And we're just going to alt and enter to create this method for us. And inside here, we're going to work with that composite disposable. So we're going to say composite disposable dot add, and here we are going to add service dot get weather Latin long, and remember that it is the method that comes out of our interface here, where we are basically connecting with retrofit and we're passing a parameter for the latitude, the longitude, the app ID, and the units that we want in metric. The brackets get wild, so yeah, bear with me, this might go a little bit south. So I'm going to enter this down so that maybe we can, oh, I can't enter down here. Like I said, the brackets get wild. So let me just do this again. Dot add, and it's service.get weather is latitude and longitude. So let's do the first one, and I'm just going to interline so it's not upset. So in here, it will tell us it expects the latitude, the longitude, the app ID, and the units. But the problem is that they are all strings. So we're going to convert all of this to string in here with string.value of. So we're going to do the first one. We're going to say string.value of, and we want the latitude. So we're going to say common dot current location dot get latitude. And what we are going to do then is check out these brackets. So that is the string value of brackets, and that is our actual methods bracket right there. Okay, and we need to work inside that. So I'm just going to enter this down, and I'm going to say the next one is common. Yep. And I forgot one little thing, comma, enter, string dot value of common dot current location dot get longitude. Got it? Okay, it's in there. And then we just have to make sure that we're in the right place. We might already have extra brackets here. So let me just check these brackets out here. So that's get longitude. That's string value of. This one is for string value of there, and this one's for the entire method. So you're going to say comma and enter. The next thing we want is common dot app ID, and then after that, the next thing we want, I can actually do these next to each other. The next thing we want to pass in is the value metric. Okay, so, and then I have to take this up. So once we have all of this in, the next thing we have to go do is we have to go subscribe. So we're going to say dot eq. Okay, so that is, and so we're going to say dot just hold on, let me just see it. Oh, drives me insane. Okay. Okay, so now our brackets are okay again, sort of. Now I think I'm just going to do dot subscribe now so I can stop breaking this. Okay, so that I know where this should be, because this is not good. Okay. All right. And okay, so here we go. And it's actually dot subscribe on, but we'll get to that. So we've passed in the latitude. Let's go pass in string dot value of common dot current location dot get longitude. And then we can go pass in our brackets are broken. So the next one we can pass in there is common.appid, and the next one we can pass in there is metric. Right. I think we have one bracket too many. Okay, so there we go. That's our method. That is a problem. So that shouldn't be there. Okay, wonderful. Okay, so then we say dot subscribe on. And what we mean with subscribe on is that we actually have to schedule a thread. So we're going to say schedulers.io. And then the next one is observe on. And we'll talk about this now. And we're going to observe it on Android schedulers. .main thread. So basically what this means is we need a new thread and we need to subscribe on that new thread. But the method that we want to listen to actually runs on the main thread. So run me on a different thread, but listen on the main thread for any changes in my observable. Okay. Now, the next thing we're going to do now is we're going to subscribe. So we're going to go say dot subscribe, and in here we are going to do the following. We're going to create a consumer to consume the observable. So if you are lost now, remember that we have an observable here that we want to subscribe to. So what's happening here is we're just calling in that method to create our observable. We are scheduling a new thread. We are saying that observable runs on the main thread, so listen on the main thread, and now we'd like to consume it. So we subscribe to that observer as a consumer. So we're going to say we are a new consumer, and it will automatically pick up it must be of type weather result. And pass in this guy here, and then it's got a missing semicolon because Android. And it will basically allow us to accept data from the consumer. What we do want to do, however, is we want to have a little bit of an exception there. So what we can do is right behind this bracket, we can also say new consumer, and I want a throwable, and this is also not always great to get it out. So let me just take this down, and it should be right behind this bracket. We should be able to say new consumer of type throwable. So let's see, this is going to give us weather results, and we don't want that. Let's just end the line as it should be. Okay. And see if it will let us do that guy now. And it will not give me a new consumer of type throwable, which is frustrating because we want that to show our error. It says it's missing a bracket. And now it needs a semicolon. Maybe now it will let me do the new consumer. I want it of type throwable, so I'm going to force it now, which is not nice. And it's not auto-completing, so that's not correct. And we won't get any errors if we don't do this, and that is very frustrating because we want to see what goes wrong. So let's try it here. So let's just say it is a new consumer. Okay, so I was at the wrong bracket. So it's new consumer type throwable. So let me just enter these brackets down so we can see. There's your accepts brackets. This guy is on the consumer there. So I'm just going to bring these brackets down. And there's the throwable, and it's going to throw us an exception. And we want to actually pop up this exception. So we want to say toast, choose the second toast. And remember, we can't give a context in activity in a fragment. We just say get activity. And what we want to say, we want to put out throwable.getMessage. So that if there is an error, our app doesn't crash, the exception is caught over here, and the throwable will throw us the error. So throwable is the base class of all exceptions in Android, and it will catch the error message for us. Right, so let's go try one thing here and see if we have any luck. So let's go try and see if we can set our weather value. So we're going to say weather value dot set text. And we're going to go say again, we want the string. We want the string dot value of, and we're going to say in here weather result dot get main, because remember that in our models we have this weather results class that points to all our other classes, and we call that through this class. Okay, so you'll see there is main here, and that has a getter and a setter, which points to this main, and this main has the temperature that we want. And just one thing, make sure you come in here and you make all these classes public, because if you don't make them public, your getter won't pop up. So just make sure you come and set them all to public. Like chord here, this wouldn't have worked. We have to come in and say public. Okay, so make sure you come set all your classes to public. All right, so here we go, string.value of, and we're going to say weather results dot get main dot get temperature. So let's run this and see what happens, and if we get our temperature or not. But what you are seeing here is the power of JSON, where we are actually not converting the JSON into a Java object. As long as our models matches the JSON that's being sent to us, JSON will automatically know how to convert this for us. Oh my word, I'm running this on the worst ADB. I'm so sorry. And it might just not work because this is that old horrible tablet. Look, computer's freaking out. Okay, sorry. Yeah, that was bad. This is never going to run that up. Okay, so I'm going to close that. And I'm going to see if I can terminate this. Because that's never going to work. We're going to go to Pixel Oreo. We're going to run the app now. I'm just going to make all of these go away. Oh, shame. Poor laptop. It's not happy. So let's see. And now we've got two processes running. Okay, it's okay still. So let's just wait and see if we can get this emulator up and running, and if we can see our temperature, or if we're going to have a crash. So the device is online. Come on, Android. Maybe you can hear the Fireman Sam music in the background, and that will keep you company while we painstakingly sit and watch a swirly, waiting for an app to install. Maybe while that app installs, we can go look at what throwable is. So throwable is actually Java, but we're going to say throwable in Android, because you guys are coding for Android and Java. But let's go have a little look, see what a throwable is. This is not looking very promising. Okay, so the throwable class is a superclass of all errors and exceptions in the Java language. Okay, only objects that are instances of this class are thrown by the Java virtual machine, blah, 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 blah. But basically, it has your stack, and it will output your error, and you will see here that you can get messages, We'll give you all the methods that you can run so that you can see what your actual boo-boo was. I think I'm going to end this video and I'm going to come back once this is installed because it's going to be the world's longest video because this is taking forever. And yeah, that's not good. So let me end this, and once this is installed, I'll open it again.